Have you ever considered the possibility that there's a secret code in interpersonal connections that might alter everything if it's cracked? Regarding your relationship with women, you've been working hard out there, but she still feels uneasy about something. Opening the connection completely is just somewhat out of reach. But why? James, I'm going to make a revelation today. Women have 8 hidden desires, yet they won't acknowledge that these aren't I'm speaking in a cliché that you've heard before, regarding the unvarnished facts of what genuinely goes beneath their skin and piques their interest. It's not magic. About being aware of the emotional women's triggers that they experience but never express. Imagine that you are on that particular date. Although the discussion is flowing, she's holding something back. But what if you were certain? How to overcome the obstacle. How to make her feel heard, seen, and eventually, you are fascinated by me. What if I told you that being aware of these 8 secrets may elevate your performance to a completely new level at which she is the one contemplating you throughout the day, not the other guy. But the catch is that, if you are unaware of these facts, you might lose your shot. In addition to, you could end up in the trap of being invisible, just another guy in the crowd. Perhaps it's someone else, not you, to her. Stay tuned, because someone else will take your place, since the upcoming minutes will arm you possess the kind of information that most men do not, may make the difference and don't have, between being forgotten and becoming the she keeps thinking about the man. And I have one last thing to do before we wrap up. One that's hidden, yet might make any lady really fall in love with you and stay since it's a game changer. But before we begin, would you kindly do me a short favour? You're determined to unlock these realizations and become genuinely irresistible. Click like, subscribe, and turn. On all right, let's avoid wasting any notifications. Let's dive right in first at any moment. Concealed the power of touch before first secret. Before intimacy, the power of touch. Have you ever gone on a date that felt intimate? As though everything was going great, but somehow it simply didn't get you anywhere. Discussion, the chemistry, everything appeared to be in harmony, but it stopped there, and you departed, wondering how in the world things went awry. The harsh reality is that the key might be in your hands. Whatever you see the most, guys are clueless about this woman. Whether they acknowledge it or not, they yearn for the ability to touch before things get tangible. Yet we're not referring to, this is an awkward, overly forceful move. Regarding something much more profound, the secret is in the way you utilize touch to establish a rapport before pursuing intimacy. Turns becomes a thought, believe me, it matters. More than you believe, let's dissect it. Women don't only seek out men who can improve her physical well-being. Sense that they desire to experience emotions connected first. Simply connecting is insufficient. Appear well or use appropriate language. The basis is an emotional bond. Something causes all other things to happen. And that's where you can use your touch to basic deliberate contact, such as a massage, is much stronger than most men. Understand that it's a quiet way of stating, I'm come to see you because I care about you. I'm here to merely get something from you, make you feel something as well. But wait, the majority of males make mistakes here. Error, stroking her shoulders in the manner that we're not in the business of needing dollars. Discussing this here, if you wish to create a significant effect, you must become proficient in the art of slow and gently touch her and observe how her body responds. To her breath, the minute changes in these postural indicators are what you need to look for. To search for, and this is not only some arbitrary guidance that is based on the Stoic principles that place an emphasis on recognizing and honoring nature of others' reactions, and understanding that anything you do should be a reflection of. In the sense of touch, character it's about being in the moment. conscious of her limits and her responses, and making the necessary adjustments concerning authority, but not in a deceptive manner. Secret number 2. How to flirt properly. How you're managing the circumstance by being sensitive to her wants and feelings, and observing her personal space while producing a closer relationship that you lead, although you respect her trip and pace as well. Like a dance, the more proficient you, the more harmonious the rhythm. If you skip over the connection, it's the equivalent of treading on her toes. But if you get it's correct, the atmosphere will change, and she will become more interested in you all of a sudden. More than previously, it's not only about make her physically feel better, it's about demonstrating to her that you can make an emotional area where she feels secure, loved, and wanted. That's the truth. Touch is second secret power. Listen up if you want to flirt properly, because it's important to flirt a lot with men. Believe that women don't like being. Some of you may have flirted with, even think that flirting is a sign of simply acting spooky or desperate. That's blatantly incorrect. Ladies enjoy flirting as long as it's done correctly. This is where most men treat flirting incorrectly, like a random game that throws out inexpensive lines in the hopes that anything will attach to the newsflash. Flirting isn't how it operates. It's not simply a game, it's an art form, attempting to be attractive or humorous at any expense. The key is perfection. Timing with absolute assurance and above. When you flirt with someone, everyone respects you. It's not enough to simply make a woman feel acknowledged. The goal is to make her feel wanted, which is the reason why there are so many guys. They approach it incorrectly, similar to a checklist attempting to pronounce the correct items, but they most frequently forget. Crucially, they're not making the women feel unique, even when they're not creating. She feels important, and that's what really matters. And I'm going to drop the secret to achieving true flirtation equilibrium is must walk the tightrope between demonstrating sincere attention and maintaining. Women are a little bit mysterious, wired to find the unknown, fascinating by what they haven't worked out completely about you, yet you let her see that you're intrigued, but keep it a secret. This isn't a high school, anything crush, the place where you express your emotions and wish for the best. But you must arouse curiosity just sufficiently to entice her. Then this is where when you make her laugh, magic happens. Give her a genuine subtle compliment instead of some cheesy, overdone line compliments. Third secret, the enchantment of caressing her hair. There's something special about her that you sincerely thank you. However, you must do it in a manner that seems natural rather than forced. If she's leaning in, she's grinning. Guess what? She's laughing at your jokes. Although you're doing everything correctly, don't just take my word for it and give it careful thought. The Stoic perspective for a moment. The Stoic thought instructs us to recognize the essence of things and learn how to understand and move across the environment without being overpowered by outside factors. Regarding flirting, it's not about attempting to influence or manage the circumstance. It's about being there, sensitive to her responses and comprehending she's giving you clues and changing. Consequently, you're not pressuring anything. You're just being conscious and purposeful. In your behavior, and, above all, you have self-control, which is the actual authority you court. Not because you require her attention, but you can offer it from a position of power and confidence. If she's giggling, if she's leaning in toward you, she's engaged. You've got her on the correct track. All that's left is for you, attention. To maintain it without pressuring it to maintain the game going, but never forget that it's about establishing a sincere connection rather than just obtaining her phone number. Okay? I have a question for you. Have you ever considered how a few words might cause a woman to become fixated on you seems crazy? But I'm telling you that do certain communications resemble secrets? Codes that have the ability to enter her head and make her think of you all the time. If she is currently dating someone, or she has been considering you to be merely a friend, these texts have a certain impact, cause her brain to do something that makes her want to be around you, and I'll be thinking about you all the time. However, if you utilize this message, be careful. You could cause a chain reaction. She is after you if you don't. Perhaps you're prepared for that type of power? You ought to reconsider, but if you're all set to unleash that type of power, I've got something for you over her head. I have created a guide, 12 Magnetic Secret Number 4. The Public Hand on Her Back. The Stoic Guide to Never Being Upset, Overlooked Once More, which will reveal to you precisely how to use these magic phrases to your advantage. To complete the task, simply click the link. Grab the first pinned remark. Don't wait for your templates now, since this opportunity may not present itself. Let's get you the attention you deserve once more. Merit the enchantment of third secret. Alright, let's discuss, as I touch her hair, regarding anything that could appear minor, but believe me, it's a true game changer. In order to establish a more profound relationship with a lady who touches her hair, you may ask yourself, isn't that merely a careless, random move? Yet here's the harsh reality. It's much more potent than the scalp is more than you could possibly fathom. Full of nerve endings and the basic making contact with her using your fingertips. Waves of pleasure are sent by hair and feelings of well-being throughout her body. It is similar to unspoken, encourage a physical encounter that's as delicate as it is intimate. But here's the drawback is that you can't do this at any moment, and you can't do it at random for sure. This is not a move you make when at a bar, you're attempting to impress her, or on a first date, trying to be that guy. No, this type of contact is most effective when an emotional bond is already formed, when she is at ease and comfortable with you. If you hurry this, you'll merely appear clumsy or demanding. This is a tricky situation where timing is crucial. Move a subtle act of closeness that requires consideration of the mood. You merely touch her hair, and it's like an artwork. When she already has a strong emotional bond with once you've established that trust, and touching someone isn't a strategy, it's an expansion of your previous developed between you both. When, if done well, she won't just remember you, she will always remember you. Your fingers feeling through her hair will persist long after the occasion has passed. And this is where the vicious. When reality sets in, this isn't a talent. Every man has something that most men don't comprehend. A simple touch's power, they're also centered on impressing or playing games. Women who are flamboyant but stoic. Secret Rhyme 5. Act as her protector and hero. Man, he recognizes the strength of limit, the influence of being present in. The lesson. Stoicism imparts to us is recognize the things we can control and what isn't. Her reactions are beyond your control, but you can decide how you interact with her. You sacrifice yourself in a manner that is more powerful than words because it is. Be attentive of these small gestures that you exhibit a degree of emotional knowledge and consciousness that the majority of take your time, because guys never tap in. Keep that contact for when it's appropriate and make the most of it when it occurs. Do you think she won't just sense your touch, sense your presence, your relationship, and something that never goes away is that? She thinks about it long after the night is over. The hand on her back is the fourth secret. Have you ever seen those in public? Partners that can communicate without exchanging words demonstrate their interconnectedness by walking adjacent to either other, their existence nearly telling them what their secret is. Simply put, it's in how they utilize their bodies. This is a nuanced move that has a powerful punch that most men overlook. Your hand lightly touches her back while strolling together. It could appear insignificant, as if they are hardly worth mentioning. But it's more important to women, stronger than you think, which appears to. A small gesture conveys so much more than a simple physical contact. It's a representation of defense pride, above all else. And it's your non-verbal cue to her that for her, you're there, even though you're not simply strolling next to her, but that you. The fact that you have her back is like a shield, an implicit pledge that know of where you have her, but life takes you both. She feels that simple touch all over her, safe, seen and supported. Yet here is where most men make mistakes by mistaking the touch for "don't be caught in the trap" when in possession, of attempting to use that touch to manipulate her. When you place your hand on her back, it feels. If you feel like you're possessive, you've already claimed her as your own. It isn't about possessing her or imposing authority on her, no. It's about you should put your hand on her back. Feel calm and gentle while confirming this is a reassuring gesture rather than a power move. Declaration of security and assistance. When secret number 6, dreams have power done correctly, this minor yet important gesture strikes her where most men won't even be aware that it exists, taps into the innate need that women have for security for a person who will be present for regardless of whether it arouses a deep. She had the instinct to look for someone who not only talks the talk, but also demonstrates it. With action, it's a potent evidence of your competence as a man, your capacity to offer protection and steadiness in a world that frequently seems unsure. And this is what it is. Where most guys are struck by the harsh reality don't understand. They're very preoccupied with the game-playing pursuit, or attempting to gain acceptance with extravagant gestures. But the austere guy, he knows improved stoicism involves more than merely managing the turmoil around you. It's about living in the now and possessing the self-knowledge to understand what matters most to you. She is uncontrollable, and you are absolutely insane. Cannot influence her feelings, but you can regulate. How you present yourself, show off your presence and strength, and the fact that you can be the rock she can count on it the next time you go for a stroll. Put your hand lightly together and test it. On her back so she can sense your assurance. Don't do it because of your presence. Do it because you can and when you want to impress. She won't only notice it if you do it well, she will sense it, which is the strength of genuine connection, which is what makes being a man who is a strong leader, not conceit and a lack of control. The protector, her hero, is the 5th secret. This is really important. Ladies don't require rescue because they are strong, self-sufficient and competent. Yet they secretly still wish to feel safe. Swooping isn't the goal. Like in a hero movie, it's about the small actions taking over while someone's unkind to her while standing by her in awkward situations, with her returning to disagreement. Even if it's only a minor one, demonstrate your support by doing this. You cause a primal reaction in her, having the impression that she can trust you. And believe me, that's among the most appealing items you can provide. 6th, the secret. Have you ever heard about the power of dreams? That your brain uses dreams as a means of speaking with you effectively. You can utilize that to secret number 7. A beard's allure. Your benefit by informing a woman that dreaming of her is a charming method to express. You think about her, even while you're sleeping, is a straightforward, understated method to make her feel valued and unique in a deeper method. Keep it simple. And it's funny that I had an actual dream. Regarding you, we were just spending time in a cafe, and I awoke with a wonderful sensation, which is sufficient to make her feel valued and acknowledged. Don't forget to click the link to obtain the templates. If you look at the first pinned remark, wish to advance this further. The 7th secret of a beard's charm. Have you considered growing a beard? No, I didn't give it any thought. I'll let it grow out for a while, just the trendy thought, but the more profound sort, the type that draws on anything unprocessed. Something primal, here's something that could simply alter your perspective on your face. Many women are attracted to beards. Attractive, but they might not show up, directly state it, but believe me when I say that they observe that a beard is not just for the face. Hair is a message and a representation of strength, maturity, and above all confidence. And don't merely believe what I say, for it Research has indicated that women frequently consider bearded males to be more trustworthy, protective, and even more. It's like having an unseen male shield of experience and toughness, but this is the reality that most men overlook. It goes beyond simply growing a beard. It all depends on how you wear it. Beards are what set males apart from the "it shows the world that you care" lads. Regarding your look, but not in a "you're acting in a frantic, hard-to-please" manner. Not preoccupied with being flawless, but you recognise the importance of caring for. Give yourself a well-kept beard. Convey a lot about your esteem for yourself and your capacity to strike a balance between toughness. It's the ideal fusion with refinement. Of uncontrolled and wild, it's the crude representation of Stoic strength surrounding the periphery, but with the dedication and concentration to maintain its acuity. However, this is where the harsh truth lies. Appearing in a beard is only as strong as the man behind it has a beard growing. Doesn't always make you appealing, or alpha, actually, if you don't. Bonus information exhibits self-assurance and the mindset that a beard symbolises. Just another man with a facial expression. The real strength of a beard is found in its hair. The Stoic idea of self-control is about being aware of your advantages and flaws and utilising the beard as an augmentation of that consciousness that you must depend on outside verification to. You already know that you have it, your worth, as the Stoics taught. Extrinsic factors such as status and looks and having money is not what makes you who you are. Your capacity for control is what counts. To be rooted in your inner self own value, the beard is merely a mirror of that internal confidence. It demonstrates that you don't look for the world's approval, but you have authority respect from it by just being yourself. A well-maintained beard is a sign of a guy who looks after his inner life and displays that strength. Knowing who you are on the outside is important, and letting the world in without fear. Observe it so that the next time you gaze in ask yourself in the mirror, does my beard look good? Represent the kind of man I aspire to be? Instrument of communication or merely a ruse? If you're prepared to accept the unadulterated power of masculinity, then cultivate, acquire, and don. It's like you're the confident Stoic man. Becoming, since it's ultimately not concerning the beard itself, it's concerning the unwavering self-assurance and self-control it stands for, and women are what truly appealing. So let's plunge into the bonus secret, which may seem tight hugs that are basic but game-changing, and gives these tiny forehead kisses. Gestures convey a great deal of message. I've got you. You're safe with me, says the hug. For me, it's a combination of fortitude and concern that gives her a sense of security and a forehead. A golden kiss that says it all. Without using words, it conveys caring, respect, and a strong feeling of love. Similar to conclusion. How your attraction is changed by Stoicism. Expressing how much you mean to me without stating it explicitly, now that you've discovered some effective tactics. Consider how you can continue to apply. People using the ideal language to produce that memorable relationship wish to go further and visit grab the 12 magnetic comments and pin them. Messages using these tried and true templates. You'll be able to stand out with ease and receive the recognition you are due. Click the link to begin immediately if you created. Hit the like button thus far, and remember to watch the upcoming video. I'll see you at the next one.